Months ago, Texas Tech kicked off a year-long centennial celebration, and today is Texas Tech's 100th birthday.
KCBD News Channel 11's Sydney Lowther tells us how Texas Tech is celebrating this milestone.
Happy birthday, Texas Tech.
100 years ago, on February 10th, 1923, Governor Pat Neff signed the school charter bill, creating a new college in West Texas to be named Texas Technological College. In the Lubbock community, we call it Texas Tech, and we know it best from tailgates and football games to Raider Red and Centennial Champion.
There's so many people that over the decades that have given so much to this institution and have created what we know it as today.
The birthday celebration started with a day of service, not just in the Lubbock community, but all 86 alumni chapters across the country celebrated Texas Tech by volunteering around their communities.
Founders Day, super important day to give back to Lubbock, but not only, Lubbock, all around the world, all of our Red Raiders are out there striving for honor.
And in the heart of Raiderland, current students enjoyed a celebration with food, music, and goodies.
Honestly, it's unspeakable. You don't get the chance to be a student at a university where they are celebrating their centennial year.
The first commencement was held in 1927, and 26 graduates walked the stage. Now, with more than 40,000 enrolled students, some know just how special this birthday is.
It's super special, especially growing up being a Red Raider and then finally getting to be in the 100th class. It's a cool experience to be a part of.
Texas Tech's 100th birthday will be a year-long celebration in honor of this century of hard work that each class has been a part of.
Really looking forward to spending this next year going out, seeing our alumni, and really celebrating Texas Tech and all that we've done together.
Students and faculty are looking forward to 100 more years of striving for honor. Sydney Lowther, KCBD News Channel 11.